When Joe Caligaris was 4 months old in the Sicilian town of La Crima Maria, his mother's milk ran dry. He cried steadily for a month. And then his older brother Vito carried the squalling infant to the village wet nurse. After 2 days, the village wet nurse refused to feed him any longer. This child, she announced to the village, drinks not to satisfy his hunger, but to make me as dry as his mother.
Hey, girl. Oh, wait a minute, will you? There's enough for everybody. You get them in the back on the air. Let her get some. Come on.
Mama! Perfume! Oh, I love you, Joe!
Una donna. Una donna ora.
Of course she's a woman now. Why are you crying? Is it so hard to be a woman?
It's a man who makes a woman. And for the men were like you.
If all the men were like me, foolish, there would be no children.
Hey, Father, there was some sins being committed here. Some of them were trying to get more than one, you know.
It's a sin of childishness, Joe. They all believe the perfume will make them beautiful.
I know I'm beautiful. And I'm going to have lots and lots of boyfriends.
There's a lot of life in that one. Sicilian, huh?
You look good, Joe. Like Fifth Avenue.
Why not, Father? This block here, it's my Fifth Avenue. I'll see you, Father.
Arrivederci, Joe.
Hey, let's have the book. And let's see the shirt, huh? Let's see the jacket. Hey, that's nice. You keep wearing them, huh? Hey, kiss that knee, Ginger. Hey, don't forget about Rosie's flowers tonight for the birthday party.
May my nose fall off.
I think she'd rather have the flowers.
Joe! 4.5 hours, ready to go.
Sure, Danny. Make me a round-trip ticket, will you? To the corner and back again.
Bon voyage!
Joe! I got your perfume on. I dare you to catch me.
I'm not only gonna catch you, but when I do, I'm gonna give you a big fat hug. License number XMC 544, New Jersey. Unmarked moving van, 1957. Engine number 0047395. Hit and run. Now check the registration and get back to me. Looks like a hit and run so far. Okay.
Tony, you know a florist in the neighborhood named Angie?
That's me.
I understand you were one of the first people to shout a warning to Mr. Caligera.
I come out of the store. I had this bunch of laurel leaves in a pail, you know? Then I seen the truck.
How did the accident happen?
That was no accident.
What do you mean?
That truck chased Joe like it had eyes, right up on the sidewalk.
Go ahead, Sophie. We're trying to help Teresa.
Then I heard Teresa, so I went to the window. She was teasing Joe. He was chasing her. And then I saw the truck. It was chasing Joe.
Why do you say that?
I tried to grab Teresa, but he couldn't. She screamed. And then, oh!
It's all right, Sophie. It's all right.
You sure you feel okay? I wish it had been me.
Did you get a good look at the driver?
It's pretty hard to handle one of those big trucks. I know, I'm moving myself to Colorized brothers. I mean, you put a new guy in one of those, he could lose control easy. It was an accident.
Your neighbors say different.
Hey, I was raised right over there, in that house. I still live there with my wife. People on the block, they like me, and Teresa's hurt. And they're mad on account of the driver ran away, so they think bad things about him.
Maybe so. But if what your neighbors say is true, we've got an attempted homicide as well as a hit and run on our hands.
What are you guys building a case for? What's the matter? Ain't hit and run bad enough?
Mr. Caligiero, you run your business, and we'll run ours. Now, we need some answers from you. You come down to the precinct with us, huh?
Oh, no.
Jersey State Police? Uh-huh. Yesterday. Oh. Thank you. The truck was stolen yesterday from Shaw Brothers Movers, Jersey City. Come on down with us and we'll get you back right away, huh?
I don't go off this block. Now, wait a minute, will you? Now, look, I ain't been off this block in 3 years. Nobody's gonna make me, all right?
After you answer some questions, you can stay on the block another 3 years.
No,
Mr. Caligiero, look.
it's a medical thing.
A what?
Listen, if I try to go around that corner right there, I get sick. Honest to God, I get sick.
Yeah, why don't you leave Joe alone? Look, I got a cousin at home who's got the same problem. He don't like tomatoes, make him sick. So I called
All right, now break it up.
What was that you were saying?
It's a medical thing.
What's the name of your doctor?
Dr. Ben Murray. Well, look, I mean, I don't go to him. He comes to my house. Hey, could I call my wife? She's at her mother's. I mean, I wanted to get to the hospital, see if Teresa needs anything. See, my wife, she's my eyes, she's my ears. Can I go now?
Go ahead.
I mean, they're all nice people, see? Except they get all kinds of ideas. Like the truck has eyes, like it chased me, huh? I mean, why should anybody want to hurt me?
Dr. Ben Murray. Start with him.
Right.
I'll call the wrecker. Check with his brothers. You've got the address of the garage.
Yes, sir.
Joe almost just got killed. What are you talking?
You heard what I said. You ain't deaf.
I ain't deaf, but my name is Vito. You get some respect in your eyes for me, fast.
About a half hour ago, he's coming from church. Confirmation, a marked truck chased him down the street.
He's hurt?
No, but the Maggiano kid's in the hospital.
Bad? How you know this? You called Joe?
No, the police were here. The driver got away, stolen truck from Shaw Brothers.
Jay-Z. What do they think, the cops?
Maybe there's a moving war, they think. Joe told him he didn't see the driver. It was an accident.
Ben! Make sure. Ben, is Rosie's birthday party tonight. Don't spoil it.
Tutsi speaking. Just a minute, operator. Padrone, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Mr. Manuel.
Manny, huh? Guy needs a little shaking up. Manny.
Joe.
Yeah. Oh, that was Mr. Tucci, my bookkeeper. You got a couple of blondes for us? No, Mr. Tucci ain't very pretty. Hey, listen, you like the terms in that letter I wrote you? Oh, you're not sure? Well, that's a load off my mind, thank God. What do I mean? Listen, if you wanted to make that deal right now, I'd be in all kinds of trouble. Well, I'm glad you're not interested. You see, when I wrote you those terms, I didn't talk it over with Vito and Benny. When they found out the terms I were offering you, they went right through the ceiling. Yeah, I'm glad you're not interested. Yeah, but you said you weren't sure. Uh-huh. Oh, you are interested. Uh-huh. Yeah, well, listen, you have to give me some time to convince Benny and Vito. Yeah. 3 days is fine. Yeah, man. Check.
You got the brains of a cardinal.
No, it's his turn to sweat.
I see.
Those stairs, they kill me, Joe. After a big job, those stairs kill me.
You're getting 2 hours extra, huh?
Well, what else was I gonna do? I got there and the lady didn't have half the barrels ready.
Did you charge her for 'em?
No.
I told you 100 times, always charge for overtime.
You sit there like a padrone. So easy for you. You want my job? You take it.
You talk to me like that one more time, Phil. One more time. I'm gonna forget you're married to my mother's cousin. I'm gonna forget you got a rupture. I'm gonna throw you out in the street like a dog.
I'm sorry, Joe. It's hard for me.
Everybody's got a cross. You're not the only one, Phil, huh? Now, come on. You go get washed up. I want you to have a good time tonight at Rosie's birthday party.
Yeah.
Stinking eyes. The whole truth. Nick, you're a pig. Anybody else know what you were gonna do? Stand up! I never wanted to see this place. Makes me sick.
It's not a bad place. For the money.
I want to kill you so bad it makes me want to cry. You step out of line one more time, then I'll kill you. And laugh.
My bride. Where's my rope? 7 years married, and he still acts like a boy with his own wife.
I love you, Rosie. In my own way, I love you. birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Rosie. Happy birthday. Hey, let's see.
Come on, you're gonna have a good time.
Go ahead and drink. It's what good whiskies are for.
I went to the hospital. She'll live. At least she'll live. Vito.
Yes?
Vito.
No.
Vito, I swear to you on my father's grave, I didn't know Nick was going to do anything like that.
It was, crazy, Rosie.
I swear. I don't know what made him do it.
You, think a little bit. You'll figure it out.
What do I do now? What do I do now, Vito?
Go inside. It's your party. Smile. Enjoy.
Nothing wrong with that truck. Not a thing.
How could he lose control of the truck? He was only going 25 miles an hour.
No price war between the movers. No bad blood.
Vendetta of some kind?
A vendetta between the Irish movers and the Italian movers?
Then it was an accident.
Every one of the witnesses say that was no accident. The only ones who say there was an accident was the victim and his brothers. It don't make sense to me. Did you locate the doctor?
Yeah, I finally located him. Boy, these neighborhood doctors, I don't know how they do it. They work 20 hours a day.
What's the story?
I have it here. Joe Calogera. Last checkup 3 weeks ago. Clean bill of health.
What about the black thing?
September 12, 1958. Dr. Murray was called by Calogera's wife. He had a temperature and fever. Up until that time, he was in good health and never missed a day's work. He had high fever and chills lasting 3 to 4 days. Could have been a virus, but the doctor said he never did locate the actual cause. At the end of the 4 days, Calogera got up. He was very weak. The doctor urged him to stay in the house for another couple of days, which he did. And that Sunday, he went to church. After church, he was supposed to go to his mother-in-law's house for dinner. And that's when it first appeared.
What did?
He started off the block and the chills returned. He almost fainted, scared his wife half to death. They got him back to the house, and after that, he never did try to go off the block again. Doctor wanted him to see a psychiatrist, but he refused.
Sicilianos. They all got stiff necks. I ought to know. I'm not a Siciliano, but I know. I always get this way when I'm on a case with my old people. Nervous nerves, you know. Especially those women. They're all like my mother. In 2 minutes, they had me feeling like some stupid kid.
Lieutenant Parker speaking. The hospital? Put him on. This is the call we've been waiting for. Yes, doctor? Right away, doctor. Thank you. The girl has regained consciousness. Doc says we can see her for a couple of minutes.
If that kid got a good look at that truck driver, we've got this case licked.
No, Frank, I think we've got this case licked when we can find out why Mr. Caligera hasn't left his block in the last 3 years.
Siciliano! I told you.
Come on, Frank.
I've got the biggest bottle of perfume.
Who sent it, your boyfriend?
My boyfriend's wife. I was sleeping, but Mama told me.
Teresa, honey, I'm a policeman.
Him too?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's not. He looks like the man at the fruit store.
Well, he could be. Teresa, did you see the man that was driving that truck? Nothing about him you remember?
I didn't see him. But while I was sleeping, I dreamed about him. I don't remember his name because I was a kid then. He used to work for Joe.
The man in the dream? Well, what was the dream about?
The accident. I'm tired.
No more.
1 minute. What can a minute hurt?
Then you sit on a hot stove for 1 minute.
Teresa, honey, what did the man in the dream look like?
He wore a cap. A cap with flowers. Small flowers. Orange and green. Small flowers.
Who's there?
Joe.
Joe who?
Joe Caligera.
I'm glad it's you, Joe.
Hello, you nut.
You've got a present for me.
Mm-hmm. When's the last time you ate something, Janie?
I forget. I just didn't feel hungry. What's in there?
What do you see?
Joe! It's a whole grocery store. Why are you laughing at me?
Because I enjoy it. You say you're not hungry, and then you eat like a truck driver. You're a baby.
So are you. I'm a baby cat and you're a baby bear. Help me pick out some new photos from my portfolio, Joe, will you? I'm changing. I don't know what type I've become. I'm all confused.
You're beautiful, that's what you are. Hey, they all look good to me.
You're no help. You're prejudiced.
Uh-huh.
I heard a lot of excitement on the block today. What happened, Joe?
You don't know?
No. I'm in one of my moods. I've been in bed 3 days.
Janie, I told you a million...
Please don't pay any attention to me. I told you before, Joe, not to take me seriously. I'll get over it. I just didn't feel like going out. Leave them alone. I hate them.
It's no good to shut the door. Keep yourself in a bed. I told you that a million times. It's no good.
I don't like you to talk to me like that. Here. I don't want the sandwich.
Oh, come on, honey. I'm sorry. Come on, eat. Come on.
I lost my appetite.
What are you gonna do? You gonna make me feel bad? Now we eat? Come on, will you?
I'm tired, Joe. I'm going to sleep.
Janie, I never make a pass at you, right? Huh? I mean, I thought we were friends.
Oh, you don't make a pass because you're scared. That's all it is.
I shouldn't have come, huh?
Joe! I told you I was in one of my moods. Didn't I warn you not to pay any attention to me when I get like this?
Janie, it's my time. I gotta walk off the block.
You mean it, Joe?
Tonight. Now.
Why now, Joe? What made you stop in the first place?
I don't know.
Something off the block that scares you, Joe?
I don't know.
Like I stay in bed.
I don't know, huh?
You know what I think? You're not a baby bear at all. You're a stray cat. That's why I like you. Ready, Joe? Gotta turn, Joe. You gotta turn and take a good look. And you'll see it's a street you knew years ago. Like your own block, Joe. Turn, honey.
Yeah.
I got a boy. He's 11 years old.
You want the juvenile officer.
I come to you because you're the boss. You say my boy don't steal. Everybody believes it. This morning, I go into his room to shake him up for school. I see something. I don't know where he got it. I ask him, where'd you get it, Anthony? And he says, I found it. And I say, where? He said, on the street. I said, when? He said, after the accident.
Orange and green flowers. Union buttons.
Vito, I can't go on. Last night, after the party, he went into the street. When he came back, I woke up. He was wet and in a fever like 3 years ago.
It's not easy for him. It's not easy for you. It's not easy for me.
Vito, let me go.
You got the right. As long as you come back.
Vito, for once, let me go and keep on going. Vito, I am a woman.
I know.
I am a woman and I want my own family, my own children.
Adopt!
No! I want my own flesh and blood.
God made my brother.
It's not God. I've tried to make you all see it. It's in his mind. All of it. Didn't we have that first year, Joe and me? I know. I'm his wife. I have tried, Vito. I have tried, but I can't break down doors that I can't see or even touch.
In the old country, I carry my brother to the woman for milk.
Don't close up on me, Vito. For Joe's sake and for mine, listen to me. 4 years I waited. Vito, 4 years! And then one day I opened up my eyes and it was Nick. I didn't even care what his name was. Don't drive me to hurt him. I'm begging you, Vito. Don't drive me.
Miss Felster? You Miss Carol Felster?
What about it?
Is there someplace we can go and talk?
Talk right here. I got nothing to hide. What's it about?
It's about Nick Harvine.
I hope it's the electric chair.
It's hit and run. Little girl.
What's so funny?
I'll tell you what's so funny. He's been a hit-and-run driver with women so long, I think it's funny he switched to little girls.
The last address the union had was New Jersey. We went over there. The landlady said all she knew was that he moved to New York, that you were his girlfriend.
And all I know is he'd sell his mother for a nickel. He met some rich mover's wife, and she got him a job working for her husband and set him up in New York. And that's the last I saw of the rat.
Miss Felster, do you remember the name of the movers?
No. But if you find Mr. Carvine, he borrowed $400 from me.
Would the name of the movers have been Caligera? Caligera Brothers.
Hit and run, that's serious, ain't it?
Yeah, that's serious.
Cala what, did you say?
Caligera.
No, that don't sound like it to me. Listen, I gotta get back to work now.
Thank you.
Hey, Giuseppe, come sta? Hello, boys. Mr. Tucci.
Huh?
Go down to Canal Street. Get a couple of new ledgers. We need them.
Patron, tomorrow, on my way to work.
Go now. Come on. You need the fresh air. Hurry up.
Giuseppe, you gotta talk right away. What do you want? That deal with Manny and Harrisburg?
Rosie. Rosie.
Yeah, Joe?
Tell him.
Someone's been following me.
Who's been checking on my wife?
Maybe she make a mistake.
I made sure. I walked around in a circle, and he followed me. He was a fat man. He looked like a detective.
Rosie's a very nervous woman. Now, who's checking on her without me knowing it, huh? Rosie, you got something to do?
Yeah, I've got to go to the butcher's.
All right, you go. Get yourself something you like. Very expensive, huh?
Okay.
I asked the question. Who's checking on my wife? Vito. Benny.
Benny?
And why?
Joe.
And why? Vito. I trust my wife. Why don't you?
Vito, he's like a blind man.
What did that detective find out? You got a dirty mind. You know that, huh?
That's right, Joe. Everybody
Yeah,
else
that's right. You got a dirty mind. You're trying to drive Rosie away from me. Hey, on this block, she's my wife.
Joe. Easy. Adagio, Giuseppe, adagio. You don't understand. You don't capisce.
Vito, 2 years ago, she said she wanted to have a baby, and I don't know, I got scared. I don't know, Vito. I don't know.
Giuseppe, you're a good man. Tu sei buono. Come on, we got work to do. That truck is giving me trouble. Yeah, plugs, bad plugs. Come on.
What's his name?
Who's the name?
Who's the name? That private detective. I want to see him. Now!
That day I followed her to Gimbel's. She shot for about an hour. She only bought a pair of stockings, but she shot the whole hour.
Why don't you sit down? Take a load off.
Oh, thanks. Well, that gets us to yesterday. Let's see. Well, yesterday she went to her mother's again. Then on her way back, she went to the hospital. See that little girl that got hurt, you know? And then she came home.
And today?
Well, today she got off the subway at 14th Street. Well, there's a new neighborhood for her. She must have had some errands. Anyway, she spotted me. Guess I'm losing my touch.
And that's the whole story?
Sure, Mr. Calogero. She's just an innocent woman. I even told your brother Ben. He's wasting his money.
You started following Rosie on this block, huh?
Yeah, I gotta pick her up somewhere, Mr. Calogero. That's how we work.
Mm-hmm. You, know some people on this block?
Oh, sure. I lived around here all my life.
They must know you too, then, huh?
Oh, sure. Well, they never know what job I'm doing.
You got a secretary?
Not full time. Maybe 3 days just to type the reports, you know?
She from the neighborhood?
Oh, sure. She's right around the corner.
I'm gonna count. Vito knows. Benny knows. You know. That secretary knows. Maybe some people on this block, they know from you, huh? Maybe some people on the next block, they know from the girl, huh?
I don't understand what you're...
I want Nick Carvine's address.
Ooh!
Nick Carvine!
Hey, Nick! Hey, Nick!
Come on.
He moved last night. That's why I was getting extra from your brother. To get the new address.
And what is
it?
Come on.
342 East 15th Street.
Joe, how are things going, Joe? Hey, Joe!
Hey, Joe, wait a minute.
Nick, I came to say goodbye.
Rosie. You and me? Don't kid me.
No, I mean it.
Is there somebody else?
Have to be by myself. Have to be by myself to think. To let this merry-go-round in my stomach slow down. Slow down, Nick. Nick.
Rosie, what's so special in that bag?
Meat. Joe thinks I'm at the butcher's. Don't laugh at me, Nick.
Go to church. Go to church and pray.
Nick Carvine's address.
We don't know.
You don't know? Well, we'll have to go ask Rosie, that's all.
I warn you, you're leaving my family alone.
Why hasn't Joe left the block the past 3 years?
You leave my family alone.
The girl left your family alone. She was hit by a truck. There's too many things happening here. Rosie and Nick, Nick in the truck, Joe in the block. Look, if we don't find out, we're gonna sweat it out of Joe.
Hey! He's off the block! I don't want this case anymore.
Come on, honey, you might as well have a drink. How am I going to get your coat off with that bag in the way?
I'm not going to take off my coat, Nick.
I heard something.
Nick, I had a feeling. I knew it in my heart.
You want him dead? I want him dead.
That's not true. Nick, you never understood.
I understand fine. I got a right to kill him. It's self-defense.
You never understood, Nick.
Oh, Rosie, I understand you better than you understand yourself. I'm gonna kill him.
Stories in the naked city. This has been one of them.
This has been a Screen Gems film presentation from Columbia Pictures. Herbert B. Leonard, executive producer.